Rhythmic Mandolin. Today, taking a look at Here Comes the Sun. Absolute, one of the Pantheon top songs of all time. George Harrison, the White Album, 1969 or 70, I forget. But really translates well into the 8-stringer here. And this was a special request that I was happy to jump all over. So we're going to be tackling that one today. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe down below. Mandolin, do all these lessons and tutorials and sometimes gear reviews and sometimes just talking about mandolins and stuff. Make sure to check out the Mandolin store, link down below for t-shirts and stickers and hoodies and your, usual merch. And of course, I'll put a couple of links down below if you're watching the channel or checking out the channel and getting something from the channel, could kick it a buck or two, would sure be appreciated. And last thing, hey, if you'd leave a comment, tell me where you're watching from in the world so I can stick you on my map here. But hey, without further ado, let's check it out. Here Comes the Sun. All right, so it's in D and starts out with this little kind of intro melody before the words come in, and I'll play it and break it down. Sounds like this. We'll just start with that little phrase right there. We're going to use open D string, then this little melody, 2nd fret of the E, 5 on the A, and then open E hammering back onto the 2. Very common little melody throughout the song, so we get a lot of mileage out of kind of that little figure there. And now, open D again, and we're going to walk down. 2, open, 5 on the A, 2 on the A. So, and then we're going to walk back up. 5, open E, back to the 5, and then 2 to open. All right, so you play that first melody again. And now we're going to do a different walk. And what this is, it's 2 open, and then on the E string, 2 open, and then A string, 5, 2, and now go back up again here, 2 open, 5, and then hit an A chord, second, and 4. And this is your melody note here. So make sure we really hit that well. So the whole intro. And it just kind of hangs there. The organ kind of fills that little space. And then the words come in. All right, so then the words come in with this melody. So the first part is, of course, an open D, and then they're so similar, these two phrases. 2nd, open, back to the 2nd, and then 5th on the A string. Now you do the little answer phrase, which is the phrase we did before. 2, 5, open, 2. So you put them together. And of course, preface them with a nice little open D there. Now we're going to go down open G note and bar both of these top two with our pointer finger here at the 2nd fret. Then open, back up to the 2nd there, and then we're going to go sit here on this E7 chord, 4th fret of the G, 6th fret of the D, 5 of the A, and open E. Now here's the deal with this chord. It works just fine like that. Sounds just fine, right? But it's also a great opportunity, a great chance to do a little arpeggiating, a little cross picking, and it's a great time to work on the cross picking. Check it out. If we hit each note individually, and we're just alternating. The first note is down, second note is up, third note is down, fourth note is up, and then come back down. Last note should be 5th fret of the A string down. Nothing on this hand moves. Or you can just, hit it all together. But it sounds really nice. Whoop. There. Just make sure to land on that D, because that's the melody note. Or skip it and just go. Because of course, there's no wrong answers. And then open D again. 2, open, 5. That's the, it's all right phrase. So far out, all the way up to that. All right, and we followed up with this riff here. And what we're doing here, we're gonna start open D, and then we're gonna jump up to the 9th fret on the D, 5th on the A, and open E. All downstrokes here, and you just work your way down. 9, 5, open, and then this moves down 7, 5, open. This moves down here, 5, 5, open. You're gonna have to move your hand out of the way to get to that open. And back up to the 7. And then A string 5, 4, 2, open. And then kind of comes up against this little part. Same melody as before. Open D, 2, 5, and open to the 2. But now there's this little kind of A figure that we haven't seen yet that's going to come into play a lot. It's just your normal A chord, second, and 4th here. And you're pretty much going to have to bar all 3 strings with this finger, because we're going to lift that one up and put it back on. 4, 2, 4, 5, and open E. So you put them both together. Whoops. All right, so the verse starts kicking in. Now the first thing I should say here, technically the melody still goes, but I kind of sacrificed this D note so I can have a full-on D chord down here. And I just kind of sometimes I get lazy and just hammer, that second from the open to the second. Because I like the thick, heavy, funky, chunky bottom you get from being able to hit that lower note there, which you can't do if you have you got to pick a note sometime there, and I sacrifice this one to pick down here. Still sounds fine to me. Now these are the same patterns as we did right at the beginning of, the intro there. When it comes down here, that G up. But then we throw that little A figure in that we did just a while ago. And then just like the beginning of the song, 2 open 5 4 or 5 2, and then 2 open 5 4, just like before. Right back into the chorus. This time when you get there, hit a double. Hit twice on the 2nd fret of the D, 4th fret of the A. Alright, so you're coming off this, which is just the middle notes of an A chord. And it's going to lead into this. Sound like a lot, but all it is several groups of 3 notes that we'll just kind of group together. So just learn a few series of 3 notes here, and here's the first one. G string, 2 and 6, and then D string is 2. So that's the first phrase. Second phrase is 3 open 3. Next phrase is 5 2 5. Next phrase is 4 open 5, and the last phrase open 4 D chord. Open 2. So slowly, those are, that's that first phrase, second phrase, third phrase, that phrase. Once you're on this D chord that finishes out on, change into an A, 2, 2, and 4, and do it again. One more time. Now the same chord shapes, we'll do it an octave up to simulate where the voices come in, right? What we're doing here, open A, 4th, open 4, open E, F chord, 5, 3, open a 1, C, G, and then open A, second with A, to a D chord here. 2, 4, 5. Make sure to hit that one because that's the melody note. So go back to the A. Does it 4 times in the song. Now after the 4th time, you're on this D chord, right? Then switch to the A like you normally would. just kind of muting it. Then we're gonna put our pinky back up on the 5th, take it back off, and then finish off with a big A7 chord by catching that E string on the 3rd fret. That's the build, and then right back into a verse. And another chorus. And then at the end of the song, makes that little "It's Alright" melody again. Now when it comes to the very end of the song, you can do two things. You can either just do the chords again, or you can do the arpeggiated version. Either one would work as a good ending to the song. But it's just F, C, G, open 2nd, D. Or if we were arpeggiating, it would be that 3, open 3, and then 5, 2, 5, 4, open 5, and then open 4, open. Or just do the chords. Either way works great. It's a great song. Really works well. All right. Thanks for tuning in to Mandolin. We'll see you next time.